Alright guys, so today's video is going to be my June favorites. Honestly, I didn't even want to sit down and film a June favorites video just because I really want to leave this month behind me and never think about it again, honestly, because this has been the worst month of this whole year and for the past 5 years, it's been the worst month of my whole life. So I'm really hoping to just leave it behind me. But I just still wanted to talk about the products that I've been really enjoying this month. So without delaying any longer, let's just get into the favorites. So I did end up trying out quite a few lip products this month. Honestly, this is really not going to be a long favorites video. I know I say that all the time, but the only products I'm really going to be talking about are products that I got in my haul for my last haul that I filmed. So let's just jump into it. Alright, so since I did try out a lot of lip products this month, I would like to start with lip products. So the first two that were probably my most worn lip products this month are the Lime Crime Lip Glazes. I can't even hold these up properly. Can I do this? Yeah, the Lime Crime Lip Glazes, and I have the shades Apple and Rosemary. And I've been loving these. They're not the best lipstick that I've ever tried. I actually prefer the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips over these, but they're very similar to the Ultra Satin Lips. The only thing that I don't love about these is that they can get drying if you do wear them for a long period of time. But if you just reapply it, the dryness kind of just goes away. It can get a little bit of drying and a little bit of that chapped kind of peeling. It's not necessarily peeling, but it is a little bit drying on the inside part of your lips, and it can get a little bit of that white outline in your lips, like butthole lips. But I find if I just reapply it, it goes away, so it doesn't really bother me too much. I just love the colors of these. These nudes are just so beautiful. I especially love the shade Rosemary. It's such a perfect, warm toned nude shade, and I love it. And then this one is called Apple. Honestly, I keep on getting them confused as to which one that I've worn last. So I keep on either reaching for the same one that I wore the day before, or I'll just I've worn these at least 5 times each. I love them so much. And I literally just forgot which ones I just swatched. I think this one's Rosemary and that one is Apple. Yeah, they look very similar, but Rosemary's a lot more pinky tone, and then Apple's a little bit more cooler toned. But yeah, I've been obsessed with these, and I've been wearing them almost at least twice a week, every single week this past month. I've just been loving them. So they have definitely been my #1 lip products this month, because I've been wearing them so often. I just don't want to keep the swatches on my hand too long because I do have to go to work in about 40 minutes. So I'm going to try and get through this video before I have to leave. So those are the first products. Now let's talk about a couple from ColourPop. So I did actually recently just added a couple more Ultra Matte lips to my collection from ColourPop, because I basically have decluttered almost every single Ultra Matte lip that I've owned. I've gotten rid of so many, and I think out of any brand, I have tried the most lipsticks from ColourPop. I've probably tried over 50 lipsticks from ColourPop. I had about 20 Ultra Matte lips in my collection. I have about 15 Ultra Satin lips. I have a couple more Ultra Matte lips now. I have some of the Luxe lipsticks. I have 8 of those, and you guys know I am obsessed with those. Those are my favorite lipstick formula ever. And then I just purchased a couple of other newer formulas from ColourPop. I'm actually wearing one of them today, and I did purchase another one that you will see in my upcoming haul. But these are the Ultra Matte lips that I got back in June. This is the nude shade that I got called Sunnyside, and then the other one is called Sherbet Shop. And oh my god, these are so fucking good. These are even better than their original formula, and you guys know I actually really liked the original formula. I know a lot of people were not a fan of them. These are so smooth on the lips. They're not drying whatsoever, and they are so comfortable on the lips for hours. The last time that I wore this one, I wore it for like 12 hours. I wore it from like, I think like 2:30 to 7:30 at work. And then I went out and I didn't take it off until like 1:30 in the morning because I didn't get home till like 1:30 in the morning. And I don't even remember reapplying it that entire time. It lasted that whole time. And even when I got home and looked at my lips, there was barely any peeling because I felt that it just felt super comfortable on the lips. And every time I would check it in the mirror, it didn't look like I needed to reapply it or anything. So I've been loving these. I think I'm definitely going to wear Sunnyside on 4th of July. Because this has been my new favorite, nude liquid lip. But I'm not going to be talking about that many liquid lipsticks in this video because I feel like the trend, and also I feel like lipsticks are making a huge comeback right now, and like lighter formula lipsticks, that I feel like people aren't as into liquid lipsticks anymore, including myself. I like don't really wear liquid lipsticks that much anymore. I wear a ton of my regular lipsticks all the time now, and that's what I reach for typically. So this one is Sherbet Shop, and this one is Sunnyside. Sherbet Shop is my new favorite pink, hot pink shade. It's so gorgeous. I actually just recently decluttered my hot pink shade. I've never found a good liquid lipstick for a pink shade, like a hot pink, not since Lime Crime's Pink Velvet. And I've been wanting to find that one at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, but I haven't found any other velveteens from Lime Crime since I found Salem and Raven like last month. So yeah, oh my god, that already left a stain. That already left a stain on my hand. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving those. I highly recommend the new Ultra Matte Lip Formula from ColourPop. They are gorgeous and they're so nice on the lips. So that is it for the ColourPop lipsticks. One MAC lipstick is the Disney Aladdin MAC lipstick in the shade Princess Incognito. Also, if I screw up my words today, I got horrible sleep last night. I don't know why. I just really couldn't sleep. So forgive me if I'm like stumbling on my words. But this has been one of my favorite lipsticks this whole month. It is literally so freaking gorgeous. I love it. I've worn it at least 3 or 4 times. And it's such a gorgeous, like, nude rose pink. And it's so beautiful on the lips. I mean, you guys know how much I love MAC lipsticks anyway. They're just amazing. Like, MAC knows how to make lipsticks. They are always so gorgeous on the lips. And I've just been loving this one. This one is so beautiful. I wore this in my Get Ready With Me for the movie. So I did wear this to the movie. That was the last time I wore it. And it's just so comfortable on the lips. I freaking love it. And then one more lipstick before we get into a couple of controversial ones. The last one that's been like my favorite nude this month is the Marc Jacobs New Nudes Sheer Gel Lipstick in the shade Aeneas. I don't remember if I talked about this in my favorites video the month before. Probably not, because I had just gotten it a little bit after that favorites video. Or this was like the first thing that I got, but I didn't want to mention it yet because I don't like mentioning like favorites yet until I actually haul them, and then I'll share them with you like the next month. Because I'm wearing a lot of new products today as well that I will be hauling soon. But this is beautiful on the lips. It has such a gorgeous like gel formula. Obviously that's why it's called a sheer gel lipstick. And it's just so comfortable on the lips, and it has this beautiful like glossiness to it. So you can wear this and you don't have to wear like a lip gloss over it, because this like makes your lips super glossy anyway. I mean, if you want to add an extra shine, of course, by all means, wear a gloss over it. But I find that I don't even need to wear a gloss over it because it gives such a beautiful shine, and it's just so comfortable on the lips. So I've been loving this as well. And then the last 2 lipsticks I have to talk about. I know people are going to be like, what the fuck, Caitlin? But I really want to mention the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks. I know there is so much controversy going on about these lipsticks right now. I just want to say that I have personally been enjoying mine. I again want to stress I am in no way encouraging you to buy these lipsticks. Please do not make this I am not recommending these lipsticks in any way in this video. I was about to say recommending. I don't even know what I was about to say. But I like them, so I am going to say that they are a favorite. I have been enjoying them. So this one is called Obsessed. And again, I still don't notice anything weird about mine. And they still smell totally fine. So I know some people did get good lipsticks. So this one is the shade Obsessed. I definitely like this one more than the other shade. It's a really, really beautiful, like, everyday peachy tone nude for me. It really reminds me of Kinda Sexy from MAC. So it's been a really nice everyday shade for me. And then the other one is called Amazeballs. I think after this, though, I'm probably not even going to buy anything else from Jaclyn Hill. Like I said, I was just happy I got my money back for these. So these lipsticks were free. So that was nice. It was nice to get some free makeup. It was actually pretty nice. Not gonna lie, I was pretty happy about that. And this one is called Amazeballs, which again is a lot lighter than Obsessed. But yeah, I just wanted to mention those that I have been enjoying the formula. They're not like my all-time favorite lipsticks, but they are a pretty decent formula. So that is all I'm going to say about those. We're not going to get into any of the drama. I actually do cover like my thoughts about Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics even more in some of my upcoming Get Ready With Me's on first impressions that I do of a lot of new products that I've purchased. So stay tuned for those as well. And then I just wanted to mention one gloss. I think this has been like the only gloss I've really used this past month. I really haven't been into glosses this past month at all, basically. Sometimes there's just months where I just don't wear gloss. Like I'll just wear a regular lipstick or I'll wear a liquid lipstick, but I won't bother with a gloss just because when I usually go out, I'm always going out to eat something first that I don't want to bother with a gloss because I know it's always going to get messed up if I wear like a liquid lipstick underneath. And it's going to end up like transferring all around my mouth. And I'm just like, I'm not about that life. So I'd just rather not wear a gloss at all. I probably should wear this over this lipstick today, actually. This would look really pretty. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm not about the gloss light, but I think this would be really, really pretty over this. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. This has been the only gloss that I might possibly reach for. It's been the only one I've been using. Yeah, that is gorgeous over that. It kind of smooths out the lipstick that I'm wearing too. Oh my god, I just love these Fenty glosses, like, so much. It kind of made the lipstick that I'm wearing underneath not as brown as I would like it to be. But it's still beautiful, so I'm just going to wear it. It just makes your lips so freaking glossy. Like, I've never had a gloss formula like this, and they're just amazing. If you have not tried the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs yet, at least pick up one. If any shade, pick up Fenty Glow, because this is the original one, and this is amazing. I'm really hoping she comes out with more shades at least soon, because I really want to get another, like, nude shade, because these are gorgeous. I love Fussy as well, but this one is amazing. I love both of them so much. So that's it for lipsticks. Speaking of, I just showed another favorite that I used as a mirror, so I'm just going to jump into this super quick. This is pretty much the only eyeshadow palette I'm going to be talking about, because this is the only eyeshadow palette that I tried that was new this past month. And honestly, I didn't find myself reaching for other eyeshadow palettes over and over again this past month. This is pretty much the only one that I used quite a few times. Last month I used it at least 10 or 15 times just to test it out as much as I could. So this is the ColourPop Main Squeeze palette. Now, for this palette, it's not my absolute favorite palette from ColourPop, but I do really enjoy it. I think it's really, really well I actually really like how it is coordinated. I actually don't enjoy the mattes as much in this palette as I do the shimmers. I think they always do shimmers so beautifully. Like, ColourPop knows how to do shimmers. Like, they are always so gorgeous. There's always something about them that make them so freaking stunning on the lid. Um, the reason why I'm not as big of a fan of the mattes is that I feel like the mattes in this palette are very dry. They're definitely easier to blend than the Juvia's Place mattes. If you guys know, the Juvia's Place mattes are like literally my least favorite mattes I've ever tried. Like, I literally do not like the mattes from Juvia's Place whatsoever. They're just not good. I think that they're just not good at all. But anyway, I'm just looking at my lips. And I really like this gloss with it. But yeah, I just think that Big Gulp is difficult to blend. I think the rest of them aren't as difficult to blend. I feel like Big Gulp, since that's the one that I use all the time in my crease when I use this palette, is definitely the most difficult to blend. But the shimmer shades are absolutely stunning. Juicy Fruit has been like my favorite shade in the palette. But I mostly use this on my inner corners every time I use it. It's such a gorgeous gold shade. I don't know how to describe it. It's not even like a yellow gold. It's like an orange gold. When you actually swatch it, it's so beautiful. And then I love Baywatch. This is also a freaking stunning shade. Like, these swatches don't do it justice for Baywatch. This looks so different on your lid. It's almost like a rose gold on your lid. It's so beautiful. And then Maraschino is stunning as well. I just think the shimmers in here are so pretty. So that's Maraschino right there. That's what makes this palette more worth it to me. I don't really use it for the mattes typically as much as I use it for the shimmers. I mean, I'm still going to use this to make a one-stop shop look. I'll just have to grab like one of my single shadows for my brow bone, but I can use pretty much every shade in here except for like a transition and a brow bone highlight, which I do wish that it did have those. But at the same time, for me, it's not like a huge deal if I just have to grab like my single shadows palette and use that for a brow bone highlight and a transition shade if they don't have it in here. Like, I'm not always in such a rush that like it's not a big deal if like a 9-pan palette doesn't have everything I absolutely need in here. But I always use like Seed Money or Red Bottoms in the outer corners, and then I'll put like Frosé in the crease when I want to do like a pink look with Maraschino. And Home Slice is gorgeous as well. It's such a gorgeous red shade. And I'll put that over the lid with like It's Hot in the crease and Big Gulp. So yeah, I find I can create multiple looks with this. So I really have been enjoying it quite a lot. I did use it in my 4th of July collab with my girls on YouTube, so go check that out. But I used Home Slice because I really wanted to use that as my focus for a 4th of July look. So that is that little palette. Okay, now let's just move on to, I guess... Okay, let's move on to a couple of single pigments. There's only one pigment I have to mention in this video, and this is the Disney Aladdin MAC pigment in the shade Rose. I know that this is a repackaged pigment, which honestly kind of annoys me. Like, I wish they came out with like a new limited edition like pigment for this collection. Why are my inner corners like not that vibrant today? They are in person, though. I guess it's just the lighting. But this is beautiful. I've never tried MAC pigments before, so I really wanted to just get this because of the packaging, honestly, and also because I've never tried them before, so I really wanted to give them a shot. And this is beautiful. I'm not going to swatch it because it is pretty messy to swatch, but it is such a gorgeous, like, rose gold, and it's so beautiful on the lids. I've been using it for neutral looks, for pink looks. Like, you don't really have to use this just specifically for a pink look. It looks so beautiful on the lid with just like a neutral crease, and I've been loving it. It's really gorgeous. I can't believe it took me this long to try MAC pigments because they are stunning. And then I just want to mention and give a shout out to my ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadows again. I think these are pretty much my all-time favorite single shadows from ColourPop. I love the pigments as well. Their pigments are phenomenal. But I love these probably more than the Super Shock shadows. I like these because they have a little bit more of a wetter formula than the Super Shock shadows. I love the Super Shocks, but these just are so beautiful and metallic on the lids. This one in Perfectly Wretched has become one of my all-time favorite single shadows. They really remind me of the formula of the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, I believe they're called. But I feel like these are even more metallic. And it is just freaking stunning on the lid. It's not even to do it justice in a swatch. But these are so freaking gorgeous. I did wear these recently the past week or two, and I just remembered how freaking phenomenal they are. So they are seriously freaking gorgeous. They add such a beautiful shine to any look. Chip, you need to try these. I know you asked me about them in a comment. I forget for which video, but yeah, you need to try them. They are stunning. So freaking gorgeous. I love them. And I also love that they're not messy in any way because they're so easy to apply with your finger. So I love these so much. So yes, I highly recommend for you to try those. Now let's just get into some highlighters really quick. I only have a couple to mention because I didn't really try too many this month. The first one that I wanted to mention is the Disney Aladdin by MAC Always One Jump Ahead Powder Blush. But it is a highlighter. This is such a gorgeous gold highlighter. I was really afraid that this was going to be too dark on my skin, but it's actually freaking gorgeous. It's like just enough yellow, but just gold enough for it to work on my skin tone because people were saying that this might be too gold for fairer skin tones. I think it's beautiful. I think that this is definitely my favorite thing that I've tried from the collection. I'm really happy that I got it. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, it's not really essential, you don't really need it. I really love it. I think it's stunning. So I always love MAC highlighters or blushes anyway. They always make amazing blushes and highlights. So this is beautiful. I love it. So I've been using this a lot as well. And then the other one that I've been using the most this month, because I just got this one as well last month. This is so freaking beautiful. I can't believe how long it took me to get this. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. I know like everyone and their mom that have tried a ColourPop highlighter, especially a Super Shock highlighter, always mention this Super Shock highlighter. And I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not going to get it. I finally bought it and I'm like, I totally understand what everybody says about this highlight. It's so freaking beautiful. I love using it actually. I love using it on its own. It actually looks gorgeous when you like don't wear foundation. You just wear like concealer and you just like tap it over like, you know, your blush and your cheekbones. It looks so reflective that way. It looks so beautiful, but it is so freaking blinding. Like so pretty. Let me go ahead and swatch. Like look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? I swear to God, you need to try this highlighter. Like, I know I always say that about ColourPop highlights, but this one, you need to try. And if you don't love the Super Shock highlighters and you just want to use something that's pressed, then go with the Maleficent highlighter. I feel like they're pretty much almost the same shade. I really need to swatch them next to each other. You know what? Let's do that right now. I want to give a quick shout out to Maleficent anyway, because this highlighter is one of my all-time favorites. I love it so much. I like literally mention this every single month because I literally use it so much. I love using it as a topper. Okay, so this one's a little bit, it's definitely different. It's definitely not as white toned as Flexitarian. Flexitarian is much lighter. But do you see how intense Flexitarian is? Like this one is intense as well. I love using both of these like to add an extra intensity to my highlight. If I wear a highlighter and I don't think it's enough intensity for me, I'll just place it on the top of my cheekbones with my finger, like either one of these, and it will amp it up so much and make it like so shiny and metallic, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. So I'm going to have to go now because I'm not going to be able to finish my favorites video right now. But yeah, this is so stunning. I freaking love it. Let's just finish up talking about highlighters really quick. The next one I want to talk about, this is so beautiful. I still have been using this so much. This is definitely one of my favorite products I've ever tried from Natasha Denona. This is the Natasha Denona Super Glow Duochrome Highlighter in the shade 01 Fair. I know I mentioned this last month, but I have to mention it again because it is so freaking stunning on the skin. I love this with no makeup looks as well. It's just so intense and it gives like such a beautiful sheen, but it's so intense and it has like, it's not like metallic on the skin. It just looks like a gorgeous sheen and I've just been loving this so much. Like if I swatch this, it doesn't really do it justice. Like you have to try this on your face. It is so beautiful. So I've been loving that. And that's pretty much it for highlight, and I only have like 2 blushes, so let's go through them really quick. I was going to mention the loose highlighter in So Hollywood again, but I really didn't use it too much this month, so I'm not going to mention that. For blushes, I only have 2. I have the Marc Jacobs blush in the shade Kink and Kisses. This was probably my most used blush this month as well. I'm definitely going to mention more blushes next month, but like, for me, I've mentioned every single favorite blush that I have in my collection that it's like really hard for me to keep on mentioning them every single month. So I'm just going to tell you guys the ones that I do use like all the time. So this one is Kink and Kisses. This is such a beautiful nude blush. I love it so much. I use this so much as like an everyday blush or just for work. It's just so pretty on the cheeks, and I know that swatch is terrible, but I really enjoy this. It's so pretty on the cheeks. And then the other one I've been using the most this month is my ColourPop Double Play Duo. This is so freaking beautiful. Like if you don't own this, you need to own it. If you have not tried a blush or a highlight from ColourPop, this is the one you should start with. Kathleen Lights just recently started talking about the patted down pressed highlighter, and I have loved this highlighter. This was my first pressed powder highlight from ColourPop, and this is what made me fall in love with their pressed powder formula. I still love this one the most. It is so beautiful on the cheeks. I used it a couple of times this month, but of course I'm mentioning the blush again because it's so gorgeous. So it's such a beautiful, like, everyday nude blush. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go and I'm going to finish this a bit later because all we have is foundations and mascaras to talk about later. So yeah, bye. Alright, you guys, so let's wrap up this favorites video with some foundations and concealers. So I didn't really try any new foundations this past month, but I have still been loving this foundation. This is the Kogendo Aqua Foundation in the shade 012. This has become one of my all-time favorite foundations. It is just so freaking gorgeous on the skin. It just makes the skin look smooth and beautiful and dewy and all that good jazz, and I've just been loving it, honestly. It's super similar to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I might even like this one a little bit more because this one is even more hydrating than the Giorgio Armani one. And it's just like my perfect coverage for a foundation. You guys know I don't really love full coverage foundations. What is going on with this? That's better. It's just super hydrating because it's a water-based foundation. You guys know that I hated the Makeup Forever Aqua foundation. I think there was another water-based foundation that I didn't like. But my favorite water-based foundation is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea one. It's very similar to that one as well. That was one of my all-time favorite foundations as well. I need that back in my collection, but this is just as good, and I freaking love it. It is so good. And then another one that I just want to talk about again. I still freaking love this. This is actually the one that I'm wearing today. And even after about 8 hours of wear, even though it's kind of faded a little bit on my nose area, I still feel like it looks good. Like, this foundation always looks super dewy, and I freaking love it. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation with Vitamins Broad Spectrum SPF 20 in the shade 705. Ivory, again, I wish they had a better shade range for these, but this is so good, you guys. Like, it looks so dewy and beautiful on the skin. It just, like, literally such beautiful coverage, and I love this, and I really just wanted to wear it today. I've been wearing it for like 10 hours already, and I just freaking love it. It's such a good foundation. And then a couple of concealers. I really have been reaching for most of this month my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is still one of my all-time favorite concealers. I'm almost completely out of this one. This one will be in my products I almost used up in 2019 video. Because I haven't really used up too many products like fully in 2019, but that will be my next video. But I just love this concealer. I've always loved it. I'm still so super tired from not getting sleep last night, and just like this whole week in general has been a nightmare. So bear with me. So it's just a beautiful covering foundation. It really does remind me of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I did wear that a couple days ago as well, and it's still one of my favorites. So this one and the Urban Decay are still like some of my top favorite concealers. This one's just my tried and true. Always looks good, has full coverage. You can't go wrong. Honestly, I was reaching for this so much this past month because I really wanted to work on using this up completely for this shade, because I believe I have a backup of this one when I bought the stick foundation, which I've actually been really enjoying the stick foundation as well this month. But yeah, usually I normally wear this shade because this shade can be a little bit too light for me. Sometimes I do mix them very occasionally though, but this is like my perfect shade because Fair 2 is very, very light. Fair 8 is like a little bit more like skin toned for me. And then the last two, I just wanted to mention some Maybelline concealers. Like, as you can see, there's like my 3 most used concealers. I'm almost down to using up my third Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I just freaking love this concealer. I mostly love using this concealer in the spring and summer, especially when I do no makeup looks. It's just so gorgeous. Well, actually, this one does oxidize a little bit more than other concealers do when I do no makeup looks, so I don't always love it for no makeup looks. But it's just so creamy and beautiful and blendable underneath the eyes, and it just looks so gorgeous on the face. So it's still one of my favorites, and I can't believe I'm almost through another one. And this one, I'm almost through like my 5th one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair. Again, one of my all-time favorite concealers. These are basically like the top 3 concealers that I've been reaching for this month. I've just went through 3 of these and like 4 of these. I absolutely love these concealers. So yeah, I still use them, and this is one of my all-time favorites as well for no makeup days. This is what I've been using the most when I don't wear foundation. I'll just throw this concealer on and it always like covers beautifully. So I love this guy. And then just 2 oh wait, hold on. I just want to talk about a couple of mascaras and then we'll be done. My most used mascaras this month was the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash. My most used mascaras this month was the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. I love this guy. I love throwing it on my top and bottom lashes. It's so easy to use and it makes them so long. The CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara is still one of my favorites as well. It just makes the lashes so lengthening and so beautiful and so separated. I love that one too. And then still, I love the ColourPop BFF Mascara. It's very volumizing. It makes the lashes really nice and full, and I really do love this one as well. I'm actually wearing the Lancome Monsieur Big today. I haven't worn it in a while. And then the last 2 are actually kind of unfavorites. I don't absolutely hate these, but I'm not really digging the new brush applicators that ColourPop is using for their newer glosses. I also feel like they kind of changed the formula a little bit on the glosses, and they're not as light as they used to be. I feel like they're a lot more glittery, and also I feel like since they have the brush applicators, it makes them much more heavy on the lips, and they're not as lightweight as they used to be. I noticed that they're a little bit harder to apply because of the brush, and you kind of have to dot it on your lips and then kind of like blend it in with your finger, which honestly is a little bit annoying. Like for me, I just want to throw on a gloss over something and go. Like I don't really want to be bothered like patting it in like that. I feel like the only time I can get like a good application out of these is when like I put it over a liquid lipstick. Like I mostly wear these over my ColourPop lipsticks, liquid ultra matte lips, or like my Lime Crime Velveteens. My Pet I've definitely worn more than this one. This is really beautiful though. It's a really beautiful multi-dimensional gloss, so I'm just going to mention this one really quickly. It is very pretty. I definitely am getting like the lipstick that I used though last, like kind of mixed into this one. But it's very pretty. And then this one is the part of the watermelon set from ColourPop, and this one is called Granita. And this one came with this one. These came together. I ordered them both together because I was like, you know what, I kind of want to try the gloss too. And this is very pretty. It's like a clear gloss with crisp glitters in it. Nothing that special, but it is different from the Disney one that I have with the gold flecks in it. This one has like multi-dimensional glitters in it. But again, it has that brush applicator. So, yeah, I don't know why ColourPop is doing that. Like, I don't really understand it. But yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. I don't think I have any other favorites to share with you this month. I will have an upcoming haul soon. And also, products that I've used up in 2019. I'm very excited to post that video because I'm finally posting my 6-month update. I'm also finally getting my nails done tomorrow. Like, when I actually got my nails done, she didn't cut them. Like, she just filed them, and now they're, like, too freaking long. And honestly, I have to get them done tomorrow because I need to get them cut. But also because I want to get them done before 4th of July. I kind of want watermelon nails, so hopefully they'll be able to do that for me. But it's time for these nails to go. Pride month is over, so it's time for me to get a manicure. So yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I love you guys. Please let me know what your favorite products were this month. If you tried out any of these products, let me know if you've liked them or not. All right, bye guys. I'm going to stop talking because I'm such a mess. Bye.